What's up guys, this is OutbreakJack and I'm bringing you a guide on how to survive your first night, or day, whatever, in the new game on Steam Early Access called The Forest. And that is one of the tribesmen carrying away your either dead or just very unconscious son. And let the games begin. So you immediately look around, first person. Pick up everything, so you have a backpack. You want to grab everything from in here. You want to grab sodas. If you notice in the bottom right hand corner, you have a blue bar that's for energy, and the stomach is for food. The red bar is your health. So you want to just grab, eat everything. You're not coming back here, it doesn't matter. So just grab what you can for now. Grab. Get the axe out of this lady here. Sorry, ma'am. And then you want to make a run for it, and just run, seriously, because all the tribesmen, they just jump on this area so hard, like a few minutes after. I had this, I stupidly stayed around there the first time, and about 15 of them showed up. 10 of them were watching from the trees, like just hanging out in the trees. Grab all the rocks you can. And 3 of them danced around me, beating me to death. So seriously, you want to just get out of there, like as fast as possible. And you want to go to somewhere else. Let's see. I believe it was off in this direction. Was where I went last time. You want to make it for the water. That's where I noticed was one of the safer areas. So let me just find that area. So yeah, you want to maybe, you don't even need to really chop down the smaller trees for now, because you're gonna want the saplings, because you're gonna want these sticks. You're going to want as many sticks as possible. You're going to want a lot of rocks. Another tip is the tribesmen do not make sound in the current build. So you have to constantly look around, because they will just show up behind you and start beating your face in, and you will never hear them coming. They just appear out of nowhere. They climb trees. They're very, very fast, so they can be on you in seconds from pretty much anywhere. Which is why another reason why I'm going to the water is because... yeah, here's some of their encampment. Here's, like, I think their encampment. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff around here. A lot of the items you can't quite use yet that you'll find, because again, it's the very first version of the alpha. I didn't mention that earlier, but it is. It's like 0.001 is like the alpha build right now. So obviously a lot of things are missing. There goes one of them up a tree. Yeah, so you want to definitely not. You want to keep moving for a while. Oh. Yeah, keep going. Yeah, so again, collect stuff. Watch out for tribesmen, because they are some scary dudes. And the ocean is always a good place, I've noticed, in this current build, because again, they don't really swim much, so you always have your back to the water. So you get instead of a 360-degree potential fight on your hands at all times, it's it's 180, it's just right in front of you. There's a few of them together. Why can't I move? Move. Okay. So try to make it to this location. I actually took like the stupid way around. Basically, if you leave the plane and you just run to your right, then you are basically set. You'll be right here. I don't know why the water's freaking out like this. It must be something to do with my capture card, because when I'm not recording, the water looks amazing. So I'm very sorry that if the water effects look distorted, this is not the game. I've never seen this before, and I've been playing this game already like 3 hours. It's just okay. Well, I really don't know what's happening with the water. So you want to make it over to this boat. The boat is got a lot of good supplies in it. It's got flares, which you'll need. It's also got food, which is very important, because aside from the stuff you grabbed off of the plane, you're pretty much just going to be living on berries for a while. And the berries, they come back very quickly, but the issue is that they don't really give you much. Like, they don't give you much energy, they don't give you really that much food, and if you're going to be, running around building things, you're going to be expending a lot of energy, and you're going to run out very quickly. So that's another important thing. I made camp over here in this little row of trees. They don't seem to come through that area very much. I fought, I think, 2 or 3 tribesmen over there, but there's never like a pack of them. They tend to stick to the forest. If they come to the, you know, the sand, it'll be in this general area in this current build. They stick to that area, not over here. This is a nice little sort of area to yourself for the most part. Again, the AI seems completely random, so my experiences may, differ greatly from your own, but this has been the safe spot in my experience. So the next thing you want to do is pull up your survival guide. Again, you hit the B button for that one. You build a hunting shelter, which I do. And what it is, it's just like a save spot. It's like a bed in Minecraft, essentially. You hit Z on the bed, it saves the game for you. It's also your save spot. And it makes the game go ahead like 12 hours. So if it's a night, you can just click on the bed and, you know, it'll be early morning. And as far as I know, it gets you to early morning or dusk. No extremes as far as I could tell. You're gonna want to build, see, basic fire, don't build that. The fires don't last very long, so what you want to do is you want to build, okay, again, blueberries. Yes, I know, I'm kind of flying all over the place. You want to eat these? Do not eat these. I haven't seen these, but if you stick to the shore, all I can find is blueberries, and you will need a lot of blueberries. Fire pit, you want to build a fire pit. That is what you want, definitely. So what you do is you click on it, and it's kind of like a schematic. You can put it anywhere you want. As far as I can tell, you cannot catch the wild, you know, like trees on fire and stuff with it. So, again, in this current build, so you can just really put it anywhere. I'm gonna stick mine just right here, and then you can't have all the supplies in your backpack to usually build anything you want. So you just hit E over it, and you know, you kind of like put the supplies down, and it slowly starts to build it up. So it's nice, easy, simple, to the point, and I swear I just saw something. Probably just my paranoia. This game makes you very paranoid very quickly, because again, these guys climb through the damn trees and they run at like 30 miles an hour. It's crazy. And oh, if you think you're safe in the water, like, oh, I'll just swim away from them. No, they just run on the bottom with because they're pretty tall, I guess. So yeah, they just kind of run at you in the water. I mean, you can defend yourself still, but you're kind of like half swimming, half swinging for your life, so not the best. So there you go. There's your fire. And if you think I'm wasting this like an idiot, or attracting attention to myself, as far as I can tell in this build, you do not attract attention to yourself. By doing this, you can, however, add, you know, leaves to the fire, which is good. And eventually it goes out, and you can just relight it again. You don't need more sticks. You don't need anything in particular. So yeah, it's pretty good. So next thing you want to do, you got your amazing fire now. Yes, very toasty, which you actually do need for more purposes other than it looks nice. You need it to stay warm. You can cook food on it, which I have not done yet currently, but I know that you can. I assume you just click on the rabbit or whatever you have, because there is wildlife, and do that. The log cabin in this build, I tried building one. Maybe I'll splice some footage in of my attempts at it, but it is currently glitched. The ground where I tried it in a few different spots, and every time it would just sort of be like flying like 15 feet above the ground. So yeah, that's not currently working as far as I can tell. Okay. So, there you go, you got your basic shelter. Aw, look at the bird. Yeah, if you stay still long enough, a bird shows up and kind of just hangs out with you for a little bit. It's very cool. I love the animals in this game. Frankly, I just love the way it looks. I mean, the grass and just everything looks amazing, the way it moves. It reminds me of Miasmata a little bit, if you ever played that game. It reminds me of that a little bit. I guess it makes sense. You're trapped on an island, you're a lone man. Except you're not diseased this time, you're just sort of surviving. So you want to start chopping some trees down because you need logs for your shelter. I don't know if getting hit by a tree kills you, but I'm not really taking any chances. Okay, and then it just sort of breaks apart really nice and neat. And again, you can't store giant logs in your inventory, which is quite nice. You can, however, carry one at a time and put them over there. There is, I'm going to just show you real fast. There is a, where is it? Storage, here we go. A log holder. But in my experiences trying to make it, hasn't really done anything. There's no way to actually put the logs on it. Probably just a glitch, or maybe I'm just stupid. Again, it's, you know, it's the alpha. What do you expect? It's the very first, you know, bit of the alpha. So obviously there's going to be issues. But that was my experience. Yours may differ. Again, you want to chop down these little trees too. Just really any of the trees that you see. I think they do regrow fairly quickly, I want to say. Because I've never really, like, I almost built a log cabin here, and I was building a ton of different things, testing it out, so that I knew what I was talking about a little bit more in this video. And they seem to regrow fairly quickly, so you know, that's always helpful. And if you start to get hungry, there are a lot of berries, bushes around, and they tend to restore fairly quickly. The berries do grow back. Maybe the landscape randomly generates too, actually, because in my last build of this, or the last time I played rather, there was a lot of berry bushes just like right here, and there's not this time, which is fairly worrying because, again, you're going to starve to death pretty quickly. I mean, I do have some food, so I'll survive for a while, but I need to start thinking more long-term. But again, this is just a guide on how to survive your first night. I will make more detailed videos in the future if you know, if people desire them, about how to. There is farming in the game, very basic farming as far as I can tell for the moment. Obviously, again, it's alpha. There's rabbit cages. You have to capture rabbits, which I'm not sure how to do at the current moment. And you put them together and they breed, and then you can eat their, you know, their offspring. So, but this is just, you know, your very basic first night, how to survive, how to look out for things kind of video. There we go. Okay, good. So, you want to collect sticks. You want to collect. You want to make sure that you have a lot of everything, because there's, you know, it's a heavy building game. Do what you do in Minecraft, you know, it's just, you build up a lot, and you always need more supplies. The cool thing is there isn't, like, a weight system, so you can just sort of, max out on certain items. Like, I think you can have 8 rocks, 8 sticks, stuff like that in your inventory. You can fool around with it and figure it out as you go along. Okay, so, let's see here. Alright, so we just got another tree to cut down. My guy is running out of energy. I gotta let him see. Look at the blue bar there on the bottom right. I didn't realize how low on energy I was. So you open the inventory with the I button, and you get, you know, you have some money to burn, literally, and you get, you know, you have alcohol for your energy, and also can be using crafting, which I don't think is actually in this current build. You know, I assume you can make like Molotov cocktails and stuff later. So what you want to do is pop a soda. Let you go all the way up. You only really need like one, and it basically maximizes your energy again. Don't waste your food until your hunger is like almost, you know, is a lot lower than that. I'd say half or even lower than that is a safe bet, because you do not find a lot of food in this game. You're not going to find more granola bars. It's just you find what you find in the beginning and on that boat, and little caches here and there as far, you know, around the island from other people that have been murdered. And that's really it. So you really have to conserve your stuff. Alright, so we're almost getting there with the shelter. We're getting there. I'm surprised I haven't been attacked yet. When I was doing this the first couple times, I got attacked, I think, 2 or 3 times. Oh, and that's another thing. If you kill people near your shelter, they will just be there. You can't currently move their bodies. So if you don't want your, you know, if you're like trying to make a nice little home and you don't want it, you know, littered with corpses, I would recommend drawing away your opponent to another area and killing them there. And speaking of killing your enemies, there are various traps that you can make. There's a couple right now. There's a trap where I think you have to attach it to a tree, and it's like a rope and snare kind of thing where it pulls them up in the air. And there's also a spike trap where, oh right, I actually don't need that. A spike trap where they run over it and it will just crush them with spikes. And I think the traps are one-time use. Like there's one where you prop up a log, and if you run under the log will fall on the ground and will kill whatever's under it. But once that's done, you can't move the logs. It was, it's a one-shot. So again, that one might not be so great, since it doesn't disappear or anything, and it kind of just clogs up your living space. But if you want to keep some traps around your area, just so they don't jump you while you're out collecting sticks or what have you, it's a good thing to have. Most of them do not actually cost that much to make. They're pretty easy. Most of them are like 3 or 4 logs and a couple sticks, and again, there's plenty of that. And there you go. Shelter. Sleep here to fill energy and save game. See? So there you go. You got your fire, you got your shelter, you got the water to protect you. So you're, you can stoke the fire with some leaves if you have those around. And there you go. So you're set for your first night. You'll have a little bit of food. And you're in a relatively safe area over here. Again, the tribesmen do not attack you, typically. So let's just get some sleep. Let's see how that goes. Okay, hit Z. And there you go. See? It's nighttime. Now it's nice and dark. And then you can hit Z again. Oh, still dark. Oh, well, what do you know? Let's, I'm gonna try that one more time. Hit Z. Oh, this game's gonna make a fool of me. Fair enough. Huh. That's odd. When I last played, I hit Z a few times just to test it, and I was going back and forth between night and day. So what do you know? I guess it changes. I don't know. So yeah, now I'm stuck at night, and there you go. So that's how to build your first basic shelter. You got your fire, you got the water to you, and you should be able to survive your first night pretty okay, as long as you're not out there traipsing about. I wouldn't recommend that. I would recommend waiting for the day. And so there you go. I've been OutbreakJack. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again next time. But until then, I hope you have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.